I'm convinced at this point, social media has cooked people's brains. There's no question about it at this point. I find that there's just something missing behind the eyes. It just seems like there's just something not there. When I was a kid, you could see the light in people's eyes, and you could see whether you'd be going into a store or whatever you were doing. You could see that there was something behind the eyes. You could see that there was a life of some sort. But nowadays, the eyes are always averted to the phone, always averted to social media, always averted to many different things. But never really averted to you. Eye contact's a rarity nowadays. People are scared to make eye contact. But this brings me to a perfect example of this. I was waiting in line the other day to order some food. I was at a restaurant. I was gonna get like a shawarma from Big Pita, it's called. So, whatever, I got a couple people in front of me. And obviously, the whole time they're there, they're staring right into their phones. The whole time. So finally it gets up for them to place their order. And they're like, I don't know, what do you have? I'm like, what? What do you have? We're at a pita joint. And they didn't even know what they had to order. So they waited there for another 5 minutes to place their order. And they had the entire time. They could have been looking at the menu or doing anything else, but no. There they are, staring right at their phones the entire time, completely mesmerized by the black mirror, by their cell phones, by social media. They're all on social media, scrolling Instagram. And I'm just like, what's going on? And you just look, and they're just like this, there's just nothing there anymore. The spark is gone, right? Another thing I've noticed too, when you go into like a bar or whatever the case may be, when I went into the bar prior to, I don't know, social media for sure, but when I went in there, you know, when I would go in there back in the day, the bartenders would all have personality. So that was the one thing that you loved about going to the bar and having a few beers, is not only would you get to talk to the zany regulars who all had personality, but also the bartenders, whether it be guys or girls, always had personality. So you would always look forward to having a conversation with the staff. And a lot of times you would become friends. You become friends with the staff at the bar. And what I'm noticing just over the course of the last 5 years especially, is that the staff in restaurants, the staff, any service or waiting staff, any in the service industry, whether that be with flight attendants or bartenders or whatever the case may be, I've noticed that there's a huge difference between on the level of staff, or the level, the connection that you used to have with staff. Now it's so surface level. Now it's all about, now when you go into the bar, you go into the restaurant, you go, every spare moment of the waitress, the bartender, the waiter, manager, whoever's in the bar, is spent on their phones, spent on their cell phones, spent checking their social media, spent checking their text messages. And it's just, and you know, you'll notice that like bars aren't as clean as they used to be, because people don't want to clean. They want to be on their phone in their spare time. And it's almost like people are just working. They work the bare minimum that they need to work so that they can, you know, so they can be on their phones. So they'd be checking with their friends what's going on, right? And I'm just noticing this is happening more and more and more. And it doesn't matter where you go. Actually, no, that's not true. When I was in some of these other countries, when I was in Colombia, or when I was in Mexico, or I was in Guatemala, it was not nearly as predominant there. They really make sure that stuff doesn't happen. But for the most part, especially in North America, like that is something that constantly is happening. And another thing I find very strange about how people treat their social media, or how people treat each other now. So like, for example, when you meet somebody, I've noticed now, you no longer exchange phone numbers. I remember this most recent situation. You know, you meet a girl, right? You're talking to her, you're having a conversation, you hit it off, right? This is a rarity in these days, but you know, this is something that you can do, it still happens. And most recently, that's something that happened to me. So I started talking to a girl, was gonna exchange phone numbers. And then she's like, well, but instead of asking her for, I didn't ask her for her phone number. She says to me, hey, do you have Instagram? Like, give me your Insta. And I'm like, well, no, I don't have Insta. All right, she's like, give me your face. I'm like, what? Face? What are you talking about? Give me your face. And she's like, Facebook, give me your Facebook. I'm like, no, I don't have Facebook. And then she's like, oh, well, what do you have? I'm like, I have my phone number. I'll give you my phone number. And she's like, oh, no, that's way too personal. What? What do you mean? Facebook, Instagram has where you live. It has all your friends, all your connections, everybody that you know. It has probably some insane pictures of you in them, probably, you know, scantily clad. No, that's too personal. That's just too personal for me. I was just like, what? So let me get this straight. People will not give you their phone numbers because it's too personal. But they'll give you their Instagram, they'll give you their Facebook, Twitter, whatever. But no, not the phone number. Phone number's that's way too close to home, bud. Like, really? Really? I don't know. I was just like, okay, well, so be it. I mean, it makes no difference to me, right? Like, but I just find that crazy that they won't give phone numbers. They'll give out Facebook and Instagrams. And I don't know if that's because they just want to have more followers. Because the more followers they got, the more friends they got, the happier they are. So I don't know what that is, if that's an ego thing. But for me, I'm old school. Like, give me your phone number and I'll hit you with a text or even WhatsApp or Signal or whatever you're using, right? But I just, you know, because obviously I don't have any of these other things. So I couldn't even do it if I wanted to do it. But I just find that interesting. It's like, what? Your brain's cooked, man, and people's brains are cooked. It's like, what kind of a person comes to that conclusion? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh, phone number is too personal. People's brains are cooked. And then when I start talking to people or having conversations with people, or attempting to have a conversation with people, it always deteriorates into a few different things. One, they just pull out their phone and they just start showing me what they're trying to tell me a story, but they're like, no what? I don't want to tell you the story. Just watch my phone. I don't want to watch your phone. I'm not watching your phone. Tell me the story, right? Use your wit, right? Lay it in a bit, you know? Give me some of the interesting details. I don't want to sit here and stare at your stupid screen. Or that's something that happens constantly. Recently, I had somebody made me watch. I wanted to be nice, so I wasn't being a jerk, but basically they made me watch their phone for probably 15 minutes to watch a magic trick get done in Austin, Texas. Oh, check out this guy, he did a magic trick. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I couldn't believe this person made me watch their phone for 15 minutes to see a magic trick. Right? And the other thing is mid-story. It's always mid-story. Like somebody might be telling you a story, right? And then they'll say, you know so-and-so, you know that person so-and-so? Like they'll ask if you know a celebrity or something like that. And I'm like, no, I don't know that person. And they will wait for me, expect me to pull my phone out and Google it. Like Google the person, look at their IMDb. I'm like, I'm not doing that. They're like, go ahead, look. I'm like, no, I'm not looking. Like, just continue the story. I don't care about the person. I'm enjoying your story. I want the story to free flow. I don't want to be interrupted by a phone to check out who some random celebrity is that you're talking about. I just keep the conversation moving. Right? This is how I look at it. But they're like expecting me to pull my phone out and Google the person. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, keep the conversation flowing. And I even saw that was a comment in one of my previous videos. Somebody mentioned that as well. And I'm like, yeah, I've noticed that as well. People expecting to pull their phones out to confirm certain people. If you don't know somebody, you should pull them up. Pull up their Instagram. I don't have Instagram. Well, I'll pull them up and show them on, you know what I mean? It's like, get out of here. I'm not doing that, right? People's brains are cooked, man. Social media has cooked people's brains. They can't think anymore. They can't connect anymore. Literally. All they can do is like watch a video. All they can do is look at photographs. All they can do is scroll. Tell a story, give out a phone number, have a phone conversation. Call somebody and have a conversation on the phone, out of the question unless it's mom or dad. Only mom or dad are gonna get a phone call from me. It's like, what is going on here? People, their brains are cooked. Social media's cooked people's brains. They're cooked everything about them. People just can't exist. They can't function. Have you ever seen somebody misplace their cell phone? They go crazy. They have a meltdown. It's like, oh, I can't live without my cell phone. What happens if somebody messages me? What happens if I get hit up on Instagram by somebody famous? Like, get out of here. People go crazy seeing the meltdowns happening over cell phones, just being misplaced, not even lost. It's crazy. Social media, essentially social media has become, if you look back in the 90s, we used to have these commercials. This is your brain on drugs, right? But nowadays it's changed. This is your brain on social media. And then they crack an egg and they fry it in a frying pan. That was the old commercial with Rachel Lee Cook, I believe her name was. She's like, this is your brain on drugs. He cracks the egg and fries it in a frying pan. Well, this is your brain on social media. Same thing. Social media fries your brain. People's brains are fried. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me social media hasn't fried people's brains, their ability to be human. When I live in a very popular tourist area in Toronto. And you'll see people, obviously, you're on vacation, you're taking lots of photos of yourself. I understand that. But it's like, it gets to the next level where people will be like, there's a sign that says love, right? And like people will sit there and spend, one person will sit there and have their friend taking photos of them for like, I don't know, 10 minutes while a lineup creates. They don't even care. People don't care if they make you wait. They don't care. I'm just gonna get this, I'm gonna get the photo I want. And I don't care how many people are waiting in line. Doesn't matter. It's all about me. I'm the most important person in the world. I was here first. I'll take as much time as I want to take. Right? It's all about me, baby. That's what it's like, man. People are going crazy. People are going crazy. People's brains are cooked. They're cooked. Tell me I'm wrong. You just see, slowly but surely, people's inability to let alone have a one-on-one conversation, but people having group conversations, oh my goodness. Watching how fast those devolve into yelling matches and arguments over stuff that doesn't matter. Oh boy. I'm just like, what am I? I'm in idiocracy. This is how idiocracy started. Social media. It's completely melted people's brains. Just, people are, I don't know what's going on. And people talk a lot about the Gen Z stare. Is that it? The Gen Z stare? I don't know. I've seen it a few times. And it's just like this blankness. There's just a unawareness. It's almost like you're just wake walking through life as if you're in a dream or something. As if there's nothing really, you're just kind of floating and you're just in a daze. It just seems like people are in a daze. Completely just zoned out, man. That's what I'm noticing. Just this, and it's just becoming more and more predominant, more and more fine. It's okay. It's okay to be a brain dead zombie from cell phone use and from social media. That's totally fine. That's the norm. And the thing is, with this stuff, when you look at, let's say, what else social media does, it gives people a false perspective on what life is supposed to be. So people think, because they watch social media, they see their favorite influencers taking all these vacations, driving all these nice cars, eating all the best food in the world, like having the best life, the life they've always dreamed of. You know what I mean? They never see that influencer sit there and treat the person that brought them the food like crap, send it back 3 times because it wasn't perfectly set. They don't see how rude and ignorant and disgusting that person treats other people. They don't see that. They only see the very end result of a video, and it's probably the 50th take of the video, or it's the 50th shot of the photo. They don't see how many lives are crushed because of how much of a jerk and how rude and ignorant and disgusting this person is. They don't see that. They only see the end curated result. And that's not life. Life is not that. And then so they start looking at their lives when they look at what's people's lives on social media, and they think their lives are less. They're worthless. And that's not true, man. Lives, everybody has an individual, unique life that's meant to be lived. And not everybody's meant to be on private jets. Who cares? Who cares? Right? That doesn't matter. Right? Do you know who you are? Do you have friends that you can trust and be around and enjoy? Do you have family and friends? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Right? Are you doing something you love to do? Have you found your passion in life? This is what matters. Right? Are you pursuing goals bigger than you? Something bigger than you? Is there something bigger than you out there? There is, man. Finding things that really truly matter to you. That's what matters. And when I say that, I mean finding your passion in life, finding your own little piece of genius, your own little slice of genius, what you're meant to do. What's that thing you're meant to do? Right? Whatever it is. But it's up to you to find it. And when you look at other people doing whatever they're doing, that's got nothing to do with you. And so stop letting social media cook your brain, cook your expectation on what life's supposed to be, right? Does not matter. That's not a real life. That's not real. Not only that stuff gets old real quick, I'm sure of it. There's only so many, 5-star restaurants you can go to, or 3-star Michelin restaurants you can go to. There's only so much steak you can eat before you get sick of steak. And eventually you get yourself surrounded by once you get yourself surrounded by a whole bunch of fake people, if you've ever had that, like these influencer parties, I'm sure they're the most vapid, boring, disgusting thing you could ever participate in. Versus going to a party with your friends that you have things in common with, you like to have conversations with, you like to talk to them about things, right? They come and participate in whatever you're doing. I'm a musician, so I played lots of shows. I've had so many of my friends come out to my shows and participate and really cheer me on, be a part of that, be a part of the community, right? It's about creating your own community right here in the real world where you spend all your time. Find your group, man. Find your community and bring it together, man. Make it here in the real world. Get off your cell phone. Get off of social media. It's cooking your brain, man. You don't even know it's cooking your brain. It's setting something up. You don't even understand why. You don't even know what's going on. So get out there in the real world. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't let social media cook your brain. Don't let it cook your attention span. Don't let it take away your dreams. Don't let it make you feel like your dreams are stupid or your life sucks, because I guarantee you it doesn't. Everybody's life is unique. Believe it or not, your life is unique, and the people that you interact with, lives are unique. And you got to embrace that. Embrace the fact that you're an original. That's it, man. Who cares, man? You just want to copy these idiots on social media? Because, look at all the brand names they're wearing. Oh, he's wearing a Louis Vuitton shirt. You understand how dumb that is? It's stupid. You're driving a Lamborghini. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Can he go out for a coffee with his friend and have a good, long 3-hour conversation just about life? Or could she do that? Can you do that? Can you just go out and be yourself with your friends and not worry about curating an image in case somebody takes the wrong photo of you or sees you with the wrong person? That's not a life. Social media is not a life. It's cooking your brain. That's what it's doing. It's cooking your life. It's cooking your brain. It's cooking what your expectation of a real life is. It's not right. And that's why I'm just like, and then you just have to, when you start seeing just what it does to people. And it's like social media is literally killing people. People are doing the dumbest stuff just to get a photo for Instagram, or to get a video for Instagram, or get a video for their social media. I mean, people are literally dying, falling off cliffs, falling off buildings, getting hit by cars, falling off trains. The Darwin Awards, man, they don't have enough awards. They don't have enough Darwin Awards for how many people deserve the Darwin Award. I hate to say it, but social media has cooked people's brains so much they think that they should risk their lives to get some sort of cool, interesting, undone photo of themselves doing something crazy and stupid. It's just like, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe, but it happens. People's brains are cooked. Social media has cooked people's brains, man. I'm telling you. Tell me I'm wrong. This next generation, man, I hope they start to notice what's happening, because if they don't notice right away, their brain's going to be cooked. They're probably already cooked. But also the parents allowing their kids to be on social media. It's like giving your kid, believe it or not, it's a form of giving your kids drugs. It's like dopamine. That's all drugs is. It's a dopamine hit. That's it. Dopamine. And the more you get hits, the more hits you get, the more you want. And then eventually, you spend your entire childhood inside on your phone playing Candy Crush. You know what I mean? So, that's on the parents, man. Parents got to get their kids outside. Parents got to get their kids off the phones. Parents got to say, no social media, period, till you're same thing like cigarettes. No smoking until you're 18. Right? I mean, we'll see if that works, but because it's just what it's doing to people is unbelievable. Well, it's not unbelievable, it's believable because I'm watching it in real time. People gotta get off of social media and get on to, pursuing passions in lives, to learning skills, to learning things that they're passionate about, and that could be anything. That could be mathematics, that could be literature, that could be writing, that could be playing an instrument, that could be playing hockey, that could be playing football, that could be anything. It could be nursing, it could be being a doctor, it could be anything, taking care of people. It can be being, a restaurateur, whatever the case may be, anything. Doing anything like that, whatever passion you have in your life, that leads you in the direction of whatever you want to do. As long as you do it with your own je ne sais quoi, right? Because you're an original person. Finding that thing that you're good at and going for it and doing it and putting the time to get better at it. That's it. And wherever that path leads you, that's the key. It's quit wasting your time. 8 hours a day. That's what I've read. People spend, I think, 7 to 8 hours a day on social media or on their cell phones, which I guess part of that's going to be social media. A big part of that's going to be social media. It's like, what if you took that 8 hours a day and you put that into something that you actually truly love to do, a skill? Do you understand how much that could change and benefit your life? Or benefit the life of the youth or the next generation or even yourself? That's it, man. That's it. Social media, man. Get rid of it. It's melting your brain. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think social media is melting people's brains? Do you think it's cooking people's brains? Let me know in the comments. What are some stories you're seeing? What are some things you're seeing out there where it just blows your mind to see how aimless and how clueless people have become? Let me know in the comments. Tell me. If you disagree, go ahead and disagree with me on this. All right? I'm Matt Russ. I'm the Lone Wolf.